All right, let's see. How many in the audience are human? Raise your hand. Good, all right. And how many flew here? No? No broomsticks? Just me? Just kidding. I drove here, and in fact, I drove all the way from New York to Michigan back in 2002. When I moved here with my husband, it took us hours driving around in circles trying to find my parents' place on Michigan U-turns. And it's because we had no idea what these things are. They were new and bizarre. To go to my college, which was the University of Michigan, I plugged the address in. Thank you. I plugged the address into Google Maps. Back 2002, no GPS has existed. They weren't invented back then. Or that's what I tell my friends, because I couldn't afford one. And it'd go to work and college and back. But after a while, I didn't need them anymore. That's because I trained my brain to follow directions. That's because directions are a set of patterns that you follow. Did you guys know this already? I'm sure you did. Well, let's put this in a different way. As human beings, most of us anyways, we go through life, we have a lot of challenges and a lot of issues, and we deal with them in different ways. Back in 2014, I put in my resignation letter, an admin position in a school, and looked for jobs everywhere. And I found one, just one, a traveling computer teacher without benefits. And I thought all doors were closed, but there was one that was still open, the same job. I got offered to stay on, and I got asked the question, what can we do to keep you? And of course, my stupid sense of morality spoke too soon, and I said, support. What should I have said? More money, of course. I stayed on, and after a few weeks, I actually got a promotion. I became the school principal. And I stayed on for 8 more years after that, and I did a lot of positive change. And that's what I tell people anyway. But truly, though, as a principal, you know, and if you know, we go through a lot of challenges every single day. And a few years in, I figured out a secret. Instead of asking questions like, why me if I go through a challenge, or what if questions, I ask, what will I be learning from this? I figured there are patterns to everything that we go through, just like driving. The patterns, though, are not overthinking. They're not stressing over things. They are not anxiety, because these all lead to mental health compromises, correct? So Dr. David Rock and other neuroscientists, they have found that when you feed your brain positive thought, you are actually promoting positive thinking. And the same is true for negative thinking. So why ask yourself questions you have no answers to? Instead, ask the question, what will I be learning from this? And I want you to do the same on 3. 1, 2, 3. What will I be learning from this? You got it? That's the question you should ask. What will I be learning from this? Train your brain to look for positive outcomes in the challenges you're going through, because you're going to find them. And once you find them, you're actually going to be happy that you ran into this challenge. Jensen Wang says that greatness comes from character. And character comes from, does anybody know? Resilience. Yeah, great. Positive outcomes. What could you be learning from challenges? You have more wisdom, you become more patient, you're more resilient, and build character. Once you find that out, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others, unless, of course, it's a perfect answer to one of those silly HR questions to interviews, like, tell me more about yourself. But nobody knows the answer to that question. But for real, though, share it. As leaders, we're responsible to influence everybody in a positive way. I lived in a refugee camp, in a desert refugee camp for 4 years, and I was able to survive without power sometimes, or without running water. And I learned something from this. Here in America, when power goes out, everybody's freaking out, and I'm like, it's just another Tuesday. So what do you do when you face a challenge? You love the experience. You learn from it, and you lead others through it. And if you cannot do any of these things, what do? Greg, you sing it.
Go.
Let it go. Because guess what? I think you already let go of your New Year's resolution. Thank you very much.